Welcome, Crows fans, air conditioners, and inanimate carbon rods everywhere. It's Two Crows Podcast with Ellie and Ann. Hashtag
Two Crows Footy.
Welcome, Anthony. How are you tonight?
I'm good.
You're good? You're good, are you? I'm not.
How are
Salty.
you?
I'm salty. I'm salty.
I've been salty.
I've been salty. Look, put it this
I had
way.
to wash it off, Ellie.
I was going to
Too
say,
salty.
I've been in a spa and I've turned it into seawater. But that's another story. Look, I was going to, well, you found a song. We were going to play another intro to tonight, just to sum up how we felt about the game. And we'll just play that for you now.
Yeah.
That's probably summed it up, doesn't it, Anthony?
Yes.
Yes. And that's by a song called We
What are you
Suck
flicking me
by
for?
Even Worse. What a good bad name, Even Worse.
Even worse.
Yeah, give you props.
I love the last bit. We suck.
And then there was another bit which got a bit long, so I did edit that out. But let's, Band-Aid, you know.
Oh, let's rip it off.
Whew, let's go
gonna
Crows versus Kangaroos, the angry edition.
They're angry. They're
I was.
angry.
No, I was
You-
very angry.
You were.
I actually was, but I don't usually get angry.
You were
I
sending
was
me
frustrated. I said a lot of inappropriate words. I can't even repeat on Two Crows.
No.
And I don't normally get that frustrated. Is probably a good word.
Frustrated.
I reached tipping point. I was like, you know how cows stand up to go to sleep? I was running around tipping them out in the paddocks. All these farmers are ringing up reporting all these cows laying on their side.
On the road.
Yeah, on the road. That's just me.
On the
tipping
country
them.
road.
Did you know me? I flipped tables, ran out of tables, went out and chased the cows, tipped them over. That was my job. I went looking for kangaroos, take it out on them. They were a bit quicker than me, so
Yes.
yeah.
Literally.
Literally very quick. Okay, Ant, into it. You go first. Tell me something you liked about the game.
Something that I liked. There wasn't a lot. Actually,
Oh, there was a couple things I liked.
Keith.
Yep,
I
definitely.
liked his defence work.
Yep. Eddie Betts has 3 goals.
Yeah, 3 goals.
Kicked a couple
He
of
was into the
beauties
game
too.
early, wasn't he?
Yeah, kicked a couple of
Yes.
good games early. I'll tell you what about Eddie. One
What?
thing I kicked a couple of goals early.
I thought you said kicked a couple of games early.
I probably did, a bit tired. Eddie stopped passing the ball off
Yes.
and kicked 3 goals.
Yes.
Does that surprise
No,
you?
that.
What did we say?
Yeah. And what about his mark of the century try taking?
Again. Did it come off? Again? No.
Straight on his
Come on,
face.
Betts. Come on, Betty.
Poor bugger.
He's the 300th. Get around that.
I know.
Eddie Betts 300th this
Can you
weekend
believe-
about the Gold Coast. Woo.
Can you believe that, Ali?
Yeah,
So
I
how
can.
many games has he played for us then? Over 150.
No, not 150. Over 100, but not 150. Wasn't his 100th last year?
Was it?
Anyway, doesn't matter.
I like the Guernseys that are going.
Yes,
around
they're
anyway.
beauty. Get around them. You can buy them too with the 300 and Eddie on them.
They look alright. And the caps and the footballs.
Get around
to
the
crowmania.com.au. Crow shop.
Crow Shop, get down in there. Tell them Ellie and Ant sent you.
Might get yourself a voucher.
Yeah. And to get that discount, make sure you just take your members card down. They get an extra 10%. Just doing a bit for
And
the club.
just quote us.
Yeah, just quote Ellie and Ant. Two
Hashtag
Crows.
Two Crows Footy.
Yeah, get around it. Okay, let's get back into the game. As you can see, we're deflecting.
Oh, we're deflecting big time.
Don't want to talk about the shamozzle. I'll tell you what. Can I ask you one thing? With regards to our kicking, I've seen hippos with vertigo kick straighter. I've seen grannies on oxygen and a walker tackle better. Seriously, like some of our work rate. What's happening, Ant?
Lazy.
That's what it looks like. Surely the players aren't lazy. It's 4 games in.
Are they fit?
Well, I'm starting to ask the question. They just seem slow.
They do. It appears that they're slow, but is that...
So a foot, hand, and mind and leg.
It's not working. It's not
like-
interacting.
It's like watching a
They're
baby
they're
giraffe.
numb.
Oi, it's like giving a football to a baby giraffe as onto the ground after they're born. If you've seen that, that's a hell of a drop, couple metre drop. and asking that giraffe to get up and kick a football.
Go and kick the footy.
That's what it looks like.
It's almost like we've spat him around.
Like you do on the chat with your kids?
On pre-game with a blindfold on and just set them out there.
No, blindfold. Just get him there.
What,
just
with a
spin
broom?
around 20 times with a broom, yep. And then go, right, let's go play footy.
Go out and play. Come on, boys.
That should be part of their run-up routine.
They might actually kick straight, though.
Line out, turn around 20 times, tell the umpire's part of
Well,
your routine.
Ben Brown's got the longest walking I've ever seen. He
should bounce the ball.
He starts from the Docklands Marina and walks in alley.
He should bounce it 3 times before he even gets there.
No, honestly, how is that legal?
I don't know. Well, is there anything to say it's illegal?
Well, you know what, Don?
Yeah, make it. Don is bad at the moment, yes.
You know what I would do?
What?
If I'm Don, I'd tell all my players, all my forwards...
to stand where he is.
To just keep walking that ball in.
Actually, if he goes... Okay, so say a player's standing behind him, what's the required distance you stand back behind
I'm not
someone?
sure.
Because otherwise, all just line up behind him.
He's got a full runway.
Because how far back can he go before an umpire says you got to move and that's 50-metre penalty?
Or bounce the ball.
No, I'm serious. Like, if you're standing here, I'm just going to draw this really quickly for Anthony to help him out with my visual extravaganza. He's standing here. That is a normal run-up to there.
Yes, correct.
So we have players all standing here. Just standing behind him in a big, long line. Right?
Like
And then he gets to here and he wants to go back further. Why should we move if that's outside? What's an acceptable run-up? There has to be a tactic.
You asked me.
I did. Okay, Anthony. What do you think's acceptable?
I don't think the AFL know, Ali.
Well, maybe
because
that's never been
AFL
challenged before.
I think the AFL like to make things up on the fly.
No. If there's nothing... Let's be fair.
Honestly,
if there's nothing in the rule to say you can't do it, why don't you?
Why don't you? Exactly. That's what I'd be instructing my players to do
But
this week.
what does it gain you?
Well, an extra...
It doesn't gain you anything because the clock stops. The clock...
Stops.
Yeah.
And then it starts again.
Clock stops. No, I nearly said it right.
Stops and then it starts.
Only on his running.
On his running, which is bollocks.
Bollocks. I like that word. Thank you very much. Anyway, what else? Let's talk about some other things. The umpiring did not affect the outcome of the game. In saying that, man, there were some howlers in there.
There was a lot of insipid umpiring out there, Ali.
Oh, what about Riley O'Brien pushing Brendan Brown into the next suburb because with his superhuman strength? Or the one where he pushed the ruck and it went down his side and into his arm. Where that happened, that was a free. And then all of a sudden, he took the ball out of a ruck contest and went to kick it, was tackled and it was penalised.
Penalised when the AFL brought that in this year for a new rule. Like, come on, AFL.
There's things like that
you know
that just
what?
didn't make sense.
Can I say it?
No.
Get your shit together.
Oh, yeah, you can say that.
That's what I say, Ali.
Were these new rules supposed to create an open, free-flowing game?
Nah. Well, scoring's down, Ali. You know, Ali, we're really deflecting about our own result. We are.
Here. Okay, let's get into it properly.
We haven't. We've taken that.
I've said about Eddie. I've said some good things.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just get into it. Tarv's shocker.
Oh. It was a poor. It was.
It was a bad game.
He gave threes away, which resulted in 3-4 goals.
Yep. And one of them was ridiculous, but the others, I think, were all there.
He was frustrated.
Replay. Yeah, and he was. But when he was talking, he was red and flushed like a little kid. And what he was saying to the umpire was like a little kid stamping their feet, going, "I wasn't.
I want my tubba tub."
Nobody going, "I wasn't. I didn't."
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't. One, they've never reversed a decision ever by a player complaining. Correct?
No.
You could see he was clearly frustrated. As an opposition player, I'd be loving that.
Oh, absolutely.
The key fullback is showing. He's supposed to be a leader. He needs to remain calm. But he was showing his frustration. Yep. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Are we seeing his games this year remind me distinctly a lot of Texas games after coming from a long stint out of injury? Have we got someone to let Tails have a break?
No.
We haven't got no one to bring in.
Well, Hardigan's doing a terrific job at the moment. He's an undisciplined...
Don't even... yeah, okay, we won't even start on Hardo. Yeah, mate, I did go to town on you a few times during the game. I will not deny that for some of the actions or inaction that he did. And here's one thing that I thought I'd never see from this particular player, and I was really disappointed. Rory Laird squibbed a contest. Never seen him do that. He's a head over the ball type player.
Yeah.
And apparently he got all... I had a look at the disposals and I thought he had a bad game, but he got a lot of it.
Yeah, but he didn't do a hell of a lot with it.
Not a lot good. And why did he get a lot of kicks? Because of that incessant handball in the back 50, in the defensive 50.
In our D50,
where we come out, instead of just, kicking across goal, handballing across goal. Not telling the player when they're hot.
And they're real fatigued handballs as well.
Just lazy.
They're just really
lazy.
like, there's no sharpness about them at all.
You know how Tex does that low flat handball?
Poof, yeah.
That's what they should be, right?
Yeah.
But what are we seeing? We're seeing handballs to people under the pump.
Yeah.
As I said to you, there were a couple where there was a player one step behind them. You'd be able to see that.
I don't know.
Are they, again, I think the defensive communication was really poor and lacking.
Yeah.
And communicating to each other's on the field. Like, when someone's hot, the others should be telling them.
Correct. Correct.
That was really disappointing. What else have you got? Nothing.
What else have I got, Ali?
Yeah.
Well, basically covered. I just want to know, at the moment, we spoke about the handballs and our obscure kicking, but our skills across the board,
it's not even in one area. It's not even forwards, mids, and back
at the moment. It's not funny.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the reason why they're not executing those skills properly is that because they think they're under the pump when they're not. Has that got in their head?
No, because I think they're hanging onto the ball too long. So that's not when you're under
the pump. But they're
pump.
slow in the mind, clearly.
So that means they're either learning something new, so they've got to stop and think about it. It's not rote yet, like it's not. It's not instinctive.
Yeah.
So that means they're still learning it.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So then that comes back to this question then.
Okay, I've got another part to my question with that.
If we're learning a new style, is the message clear from the coaching staff?
It could be, might not be. I can't answer that. I really can't.
I'm not sensing that we're not completely off. Like, they're reading off the same page, the players. They're not completely off the same page. But I just, it comes a point where, it's got to click. It has to click because...
But we're just not picking the right options either.
No.
And we're not going first give. There was a couple times we got caught holding the ball. Was it actually Keith? It might have actually been Keith, who I've got as my top player. He went, you could see him go like this, like to give the first handball. He stopped, and that split second he took to go again is when he got tackled. The ball.
Yeah.
And turned the ball over goal.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well,
but it appears,
why aren't they going first give?
But I'm not too sure. It's not. You're right. It's not instinctive. It is not instinctive. And Don Pike.
Thank you. No, that's exactly what I was going to bring up. Is at the beginning of the year, what did Don Pike say?
That we want to play more instinctive and
players are doing the opposite.
Play with each other.
Don't say play with each other. It sounds a bit wrong. I know what you mean.
Play for each other. Be instinctive to one another.
Yes. Have a bit more fun. Do you know what's fun? Winning. That's fun.
That's fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
It's a lot more fun for us supporters. We're not bathing in our own salt.
Oh, jeez, you're not wrong.
I'm that dehydrated at the moment. It's
so I've been drinking so much water today.
No, my lips are hurting.
Salt.
Too much salt.
But there has to be. But if what we're doing is not working, why do we persist with it? Surely we have a plan B.
But
what players did we move around?
No.
We just Eddie Betts on the ball. You know what? While he was getting,
he got up the ground a little bit.
He did good.
He did. He had a bit of a spring in his step. Yep. He's getting ready for.
Come on, Oakley.
Betts is getting ready for this week's game. That was his warm-up game last week, I reckon.
Ooh, good. Maybe he needs to have a 300th every week.
But that's the other thing. Okay, so we talk about this. Are we soft in the mind? The Crows players. If we get ourselves up for Eddie Betts' game,
then it's a mental game.
It's a mental. It's completely mental for us.
Not completely. No. We've already talked about learning a new game style.
Well, we don't know that though.
But
does it look like we are?
Well, yeah, we are definitely doing different things with the ball.
Defensively, we are.
Selling ourselves into
Defensively,
trouble.
we are.
Yeah, and I've even seen some midfield actions, but I haven't seen. Forwards still really frustrate me. That's not the word I'd normally use, but
across the board, it's frustrating. It's really
we suck.
What do we talk about on #2CrowsS3Ep? Consistency
breeds efficiency.
Yeah.
But we're not even getting...
But we're not even being consistent in
We
that.
are. We're consistently sucking
Well, at the moment.
Yeah. And it is at the moment. Like I said, it doesn't take much to turn things around.
A week is a long time. But they need to... What's your saying?
Week.
About... you play at the level of your...
Oh, you play at the lowest level of your training.
Training.
Yeah. When you're under pressure, that's what you revert to. So that's why I asked the question before, is it that we haven't had enough experience with that game style? But there's other things that they know how to play football, correct? Here's some simple questions. Can they play football?
Yes.
Can they hit a target?
Yes.
Can they
They've
handball?
proven that over 3 years.
Can they kick goals?
Yes.
Can they defend well? In the past?
In the past, they have been. Yeah, they've been able to defend, but their tackling's always been an issue.
It's interesting, like, we've lost Source the last couple of games.
Yep.
That's not even getting brought up as a reason.
No. And that's, once again,
Isn't that
we
interesting,
talk about the instinctiveness.
Isn't that interesting, though, that normally it would be we're losing the ball out of the centre, but now, instead of saying, it's Source, because he was getting smashed, let's face it.
Oh, for sure he was.
It's not smashing Riley O'Brien as much, it's just
good point.
The midfielders aren't working hard enough.
Oh, for sure.
Correct.
The midfielders need a...
And even Sloane's gone work rate. And I'm like, mate, he's someone that you never question his work rate.
Oh, heck no.
But
he's
even
a
he
chaser.
got himself, he only had about 15 or 16 disposals.
Oh, he got caught holding the ball a couple of times,
Yep.
Sloane. That was...
So why do we look so...
We look slow.
Lethargic.
Fatigued, lethargic, slow. Across the board, there's something...
But we've had plenty of breaks. Like, get this, there shouldn't be fatigue. We've had plenty of breaks, we've had training.
We come off a 9-day break, Ali. A 9-day break.
But we had back-to-back 6-day breaks, and that was our... One, there's a dog in the background. We had all these 6-day breaks, which they complained about. Then we had a 9-day break and played worse. So, I don't know where that connection
Sometimes
with it.
teams do like coming off a shorter break.
No, but not. We had them back-to-back or something.
I know. But
see,
Geelong come off a 5-day break and they beat us.
5 days, that's ridiculous.
So essentially they had...
Less than us.
Yeah. Like 4 days of training.
Okay, so anything else of the game? Anything redemption? Ben Brown, you're a flopper. I don't like it. Take that out of the game. Anyone else you want to crack? The forwards had a stinker. Apart from Eddie Betts' 3 goals.
I want to talk about...
Yep, go. Before we move on to our 3-2-1.
Don.
Yep. What do you want to talk about?
I could tell he was frustrated in the box on Saturday night.
Good.
But is he sometimes his own worst enemy as well?
How do we know? That's all guessing and hypotheticals.
Well,
I liked it when he got his bottle and it splashed water
that's
everywhere.
That's what I'm talking about. I think he...
Good.
I want to see him come down and just show a bit of emotion. Just...
Because he calmed right down because it was on camera. I'm like, if you're going to go off,
just
go off.
do it.
Yeah, go off.
Just do it. Like, saturate the entire coach's box if you have to. Set the sprinklers off.
Well, you said you'd like him to do what? To something different.
I want to see something different.
What do you want to see?
Well,
from Don.
Blind faith won't cut it anymore.
I think this is the first year I've actually gone, you know what, no more. And I was positive last year, even when we had all the injuries. I was like, oh yeah, this.
Blind
this,
faith won't cut it anymore, Ali, as far as I'm concerned. And we need to
that's
start.
not giving me an answer. You said you want to see. Okay.
You know what I want to see. I want to see vibrancy. I want him to start.
No, that's not what you said to me before. You wanted to see him coach from the bench.
Yeah, no, I was going to get to that later on down the track because I was going to talk about how we're going to rectify this.
Oh, okay. Sorry, did I ruin it for you?
Yeah,
I rectified it for you. Redemption. We'll go back into that
redemption.
Then. Well, you can bring that up later. But...
No, but I think you can ignore youth at your peril.
We bought in...
I'm quoting Michael Malthouse now,
yeah,
Ali.
that's rubbish. I don't think our youth in the SNFL is playing particularly well.
But that's our own problem. I think that's our own fault too.
But we're supposed to be the champs at developing people. Don't we often say that? Look how great we are at developing people. Look at how great we are at
this year
it's
looking a bit sad.
So what's changed? I'd be asking the questions, what's changed in the development? We've lost Alan Stewart. I think that's a huge loss, people forgetting that. He was great with
Heath Uni's taken on more of a role.
Well, Heath, you better lift your game because at the moment...
Well, he's doing 2 jobs.
Yeah, but he might have chose
Which I think is crap.
He might have chose that. We can't, So Fogarty's been playing our back, getting about 9-10 possessions.
Yeah.
Now I understand developing the craft.
Yes.
But Lockie Scholl's been dominating down back.
And consistently.
And very consistently. Does he get a crack?
I think he does. I think that's a debundant.
I'd love to see a debundant from a defence debundant. But whose position does he take?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to work out.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
There.
We
Could
just
he do
have
a
a
pseudo type role?
Reshuffle.
Well, Brody Smith needs to be re-energised. I think put him up on the wing.
Millero. What's going on there with him?
He's still doing okay, not to his best, but people know who he is now. Surprisingly,
I'd stick him in the forward line.
Then you're going to lose him down back.
But I don't think he's a defender, Ali. I think we're wasting his craft down there. I think he needs to go up through the midfield forward. No, I think that's his prime position.
Yep. Okay. Well, we'll bring that up. We'll come back. We've got someone actually squirted us a few
time
questions.
for Don to mix it up, Ali. It's just.
But if you
we can't mix it up too much, but we need to start throwing a different look.
Because you talk about wanting consistency, you can't have consistency if you're moving people around all the time.
Consistency where.
Not if you're moving them through the lines. You're not going to.
Yeah, but you've still got the same players on the park. That's consistency. So you're not going to throw your whole 22 around.
Well, at the moment.
Try and get a winning formula. Got to try and get a winning formula.
That's me.
That's you.
At the moment.
That's you in the paddock.
Stand for trying to get it through. Oh. But, okay, we'll come back. Let's do our 3-2-1 because we're getting nowhere fast. Okay, 3 points. Alex Keith.
Yeah.
We agree with him?
It was great.
And then Daylight, a couple of cameos, an inanimate carbon rod, and then the rest.
And then
so we've gone 2 points, Sloan.
Yep.
And 1 point,
Betts.
Betts. Eggy Betts. People said Laddie, but I saw him burn it too much at important times. And he squibbed a contest. Laddie, I don't want to see any more.
We need the Bunsen burner.
On our players.
On a lot of the football club.
Yeah, but how many of our players actually... And we had Chase Jones. Well, he didn't see out the game. That was disappointing because...
No, I think he should have been
like to see
cited for that. What's his name?
Well, it was head contact,
McDonald?
wasn't it? Wasn't it head contact?
Yeah, concussed him.
What did Tex get done for? Exactly.
It's ridiculous. The inconsistencies, Ali. Like, I don't know if they don't... You know, I actually feel sorry for the players, to be honest, because...
You can see they're frustrated with the umpiring as well as everything else, but you got to play despite the umpires. We can't come in and blame
Play
them.
to the whistle.
Play to the whistle, move on. Just get on with it.
Don't let it get in your head.
So, but something that you and I discussed earlier is that the rule changes we haven't adapted to. And there was something I was going to bring up. Well, there's a couple of things. Champion, everyone kept saying, we'll be fine, we'll be fine,
I thought we were.
Champion Data came out and said, right earlier in the piece, the team that's going to be most impacted by the changes to the AFL rule changes, number one team was Adelaide Crows.
Yeah.
And I think that's proven to be correct.
Oh, absolutely it has.
Is it the lack of runners? And they're saying, well, if it's lack of runners, because we're not getting the messages out or changes of messages, well, what about the leadership? Then I told you I question the leadership. Because shouldn't our leaders be able to take on that type of role?
Yeah. Oh, you expect your leaders to be on-field coaches in some way.
What are you seeing?
Particularly with these new rules.
Seeing?
No, I'm seeing nothing. 0.0 from our leaders, Ali. Donuts. Nice, crispy...
Creams.
Donuts.
Okay, so we got through that. For the hurt locker, simple.
Yeah.
Alex Keith.
Keithy.
Yeah, bulldozer a couple of times.
He's coming on.
He's going all right. He's going all right.
Maybe we throw Hardigan forward.
Actually, yeah, he could use his aggression to get the ball.
He might actually be able to...
Yeah, I'd do that.
Throw himself around a little bit.
We'll bring that
Ali.
up. Otherwise...
For our rectification.
I think Keith would be great for, but we need him down back.
No, we need him down back because of dudes.
Yep.
Like Lynch. Lynchy,
even Lynchy was off.
He's like...
It's like they're in first gear and someone's put diesel in their petrol tank. Does that make sense? Because they're like...
they're clunky.
Bunny hopping around.
They're clunky, aren't they?
Very much so. Okay, pass the salt. Probably the easiest one. The nomination and winner this week. Well, we're actually down to 3. We've got 3 nominations for salt. Pass the salt. No. Pass the salt. I haven't got my salt. Is that what you're gesticulating? Ant's upset because I haven't got my salt shaker. Hang on.
Salt.
Salt. Get me
Salt me up.
Pass the
Salt. On
There's the salt shaker.
Footy.
Yes, sir. Number 1, pair fans.
Oh,
The old latte
Flogs.
bushrangers. Yeah, but they're a little bit upset
why are they upset,
because
Ali?
they lost to the D grade Richmond side. And Twitter was fun. It was for a very short window.
We're like, ha, you lost.
No, I didn't do that at
Oh,
all.
I was tickety-boo, Ali.
No, I was just like, I was quite comfortable. I felt good. I thought, okay, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
I wished I enjoyed it more now.
Yeah, you should have really lapped it up, Ali.
And then
You
next,
disappointed yourself.
the second nomination is
Yes.
Crows fans.
There's
Fair.
a lot of salt.
Lot of salt. Olsen's down here are taking extra orders just to get rid of their excess salt.
Does.
And third nomination,
Third.
Carlton fans.
Oh, yes.
That was funny.
Brendan Bolton.
Oh,
They're
sharpening the knives.
they've got that pitchfork
Ooh.
sharpened.
Pitchforks. They've got pitchforks. They got little.
They're coming down like on streets as we speak.
They're already sitting there going, getting the whetstone out and sharpening. They've been watching Game of Thrones for ideas. They're getting dragon glass.
no.
It's not dragon glass at all. It's just normal bloody onyx. But they're sitting there going,
GOT again.
Game of Thrones reference. Just threw it in there really quickly. Really happy to have watched the first episode. Won't put any spoilers in here for you.
I like your
Do you like
pasta
it?
salts.
But who wins? Who's saltier? Pear fans losing to D grade Richmond, Crows fans for us, or Carlton fans?
I think Adelaide fans.
Or
But
Carlton
is that
losing by
because-
2 points.
That
When
was
they should have won the
funny.
game.
That was funny. McGovern stuffed it for him.
The gift that keeps on giving.
He stuffed it
The
for
gift
him.
that keeps on giving.
I don't know how
The gift
Jack.
that keeps
I
on
watched that
giving.
game,
Yeah.
and it was a great game.
Oh, was it
It was
really?
a really good game. I enjoyed it. Anthony Hudson was
But-
a great caller.
Back to past the salt. So
Yes.
yeah, I think we win, don't we? So
Yeah,
Crows
no,
fans, give
from
it to
what
us.
I've look, guys. At the end of the day, it's a game.
No,
But
it's more than that. Don't abuse each other, though.
don't
Like-
abuse and don't take things personally.
No,
Like,
well, don't get personal.
Don't.
No. You don't get personal on Twitter. Don't call each other. Don't even call each other an idiot.
And
'cause I
don't
still think-
say that you're going to boycott games because you're trying to make
that's
a statement.
ridiculous.
Like,
What's a player going to notice? Port still played games, and I think most of their fans boycotted. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't do that. What does that
Hence-
show? That shows that you don't want to go to games because we're not winning. And that equals fair weather supporter.
I think it's immature. Grow up.
It also equals fair weather supporter, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Because you're trying to say, let's boycott the games. Really what you're saying is, I don't want to go sit and watch another
Yeah,
loss.
essentially.
That's all it says to me.
Essentially.
I'll still go there and suffer in me jocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? And I think we win this week. But
we've been saying that for a while
no,
now.
I tipped the Roos last week, Ali.
No,
Remember?
you did, that's right.
Mm.
Any other funny stuff you got on?
Any-
I don't think there's much fun this tonight. It's not a lot of fun.
It's not a lot of fun. It's quite
Trying to do pikey.
quite
Inject a bit of
dead.
fun into the potty. Ain't happening.
pikey. I wish he'd give a bit more. But he's been pushed from pillar
here's
to
something
post.
funny. Here's something funny. Anthony mentioned it to me before. Guess who's doing presses again? Ben Hart. Until he learns, Ant. Until he learns.
Until
I
he
think just
learns.
wheeling him out.
Yeah, he was on Leith Forest show on Sunday, Ali.
Just until he learns, Ant. Until he learns. He's just getting pushed out into the media. That's my thing. Oh, we had a couple of questions there. Hang on a minute, Ant. Get your cap. Make sure it's a thinking one, because you
Yeah.
need to put it on now.
It's on.
Oh, it's on. Cool.
Can't you
Okay,
hear that?
this is a Twitter question from Tom. Thank you very much, Tom. What should we do about the 22? Richie, you're not a kangaroo, so stop. And if I think of kangaroos, I've already got my knife out.
He wants some
Get a bit
rooming.
violent. I do want some
That's
rooming.
not good for the vegan listeners,
It's
Ali.
not. It's not at all. What should we do about the 22?
About the 22, omit them all and get a new 22
can't
free.
do
Start
that.
afresh.
So,
Um,
what are our options? Let's be honest. What
our
are the
options, Greenwood comes in,
No, not ins and outs. What are the options? You either
stick a rocket
keep
up them
the
and
same.
say,
Either keep the same.
no.
No. What are your options? You keep the same.
Yep.
Minor change.
Well, that's what Don's talking.
Or major change.
A
I said
medium
last
change.
week, I think it's either minor. Once you go from 2 to 3, then if you go 4, then that's major change to a team.
How much longer can you back in the team, Ali?
What, you can't drop all 22 players?
No. You know, the guys who are not performing to Don's merit system.
Right, whatever this... this is some new term now, new merit system that I'm unfamiliar with.
He just threw that out,
Did he?
I think. I think it's a throwaway.
On merit? Okay, now that's going to be hooked onto for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Is that meaning your merit system?
And then you watch 10 other football clubs will start using it next year.
No, only Carlton.
Yeah, that's right, because they're in phase 2.
Only if Brendan Bolton's still there.
Flog.
Keep the same. No.
No, that's not doable.
Is that an option?
That's not doable for hashtag #2CrowsS3Ep, Ali.
Nope.
Because we will be down at Westlakes dumping
Why would you keep it the
manure.
same? No, I would not. Never do that. What's the only reason you keep the team the same if we're playing to this level? What would be... Well, for me, I know my reason. What would be the only reason you
if we don't have anyone in form?
Coming up.
Pushing
okay.
them up.
So, if we keep it the same... Considering how we've
You're
been
going to
playing,
get the same performance as far as I'm concerned.
But if you keep it the same and you're not picking any of these other players, to me that says you don't have confidence in the SANFL development so far.
Thus
Correct?
far, yes.
Or no one's knocking the door down saying,
no one's pick me.
Which is horrible and scary to think. For me. Does it scare you?
Oh,
it petrifies me.
It's scary.
Yeah. Good. I wanted you to be scared.
I'm like...
White Walker scared?
Shaking in
or,
my boots. No,
the
like
Night
I'm...
King scared?
No, I'm...
Game of Thrones reference.
Oh, I don't... Yeah. That goes over my head.
What does that... It doesn't... It means that for me. So, minor change.
No.
What's minor change could you do?
Well, minor change is 1 for 1.
Or 2 to 2. To me, minor change is 2 players.
Okay.
So, who are you bringing... Who would you bring in and out at the moment?
Okay, at the moment...
Mm-hmm. Based on that game.
Based on that game... Well, I'm omitting... Paholke.
Given.
Yeah,
that's a
why?
Given. No, yeah,
well, we know why.
Yeah, if you watch the game, you know why.
He did sweat FA.
Well, he just...
No, he doesn't get in the right positions of the ground. He gets a bit lost out there for AFL standards. Yeah. But then we do too at the moment, so...
Yeah, not an orphan, but... for someone pushing up to come into the AFL side, no.
He's not setting my
Chase Jones had a lot more impact.
Correct.
Before he got concussed.
Oh, he's had an impact.
Do you see what I mean?
All year.
So that's the difference. So don't get us wrong there. I'm not saying anything. But Paholke, you compare his 10 possessions with Chase Jones' 10 possessions. Both playing as middies.
Yeah. Mid-forward.
Mid-forward. Didn't do enough for me. He would come out.
What about... Murphy. Spud.
How did he play last week? Was okay last week, wasn't he?
Yes, he had plenty of pressure acts.
Mm-hmm. Had a stinker this week.
Had a terrible game.
Stinker. So, but who's pushing for his spot up through the SANFL? Because you've got to think who you're going to bring out. You can't just go... We've heard people say, drop Jenkins, drop Tex, drop Hardo, drop Talia, drop Cam, drop D-Mac, drop D-Mac. Murphy, drop... I don't know, Cam... You can't just drop wholesale changes like that unless you've got people to replace them.
Some people are a bit unrealistic.
But I also don't want players to stay in the side because we haven't got someone to replace them. Because that's rewarding poor behaviour.
That is, and they're just getting games. Mm-hmm. And we don't want that, Ali.
No.
If you're not performing...
Minor change, who are you bringing in? I've got 3 that I'd like to bring in, considering...
Who am I bringing in?
Who at the moment?
Who am I bringing in?
There's about 3 players so far that I've seen on form. One of them could be, but there could be a 4th. But I
doubt that Dom would make 4 changes.
No,
he's a conservative
that can upset the
type.
balance.
It can, but Richmond made 6 changes and beat Port.
6.
6 changes they made.
Well, I think with this new game, so maybe that's what you do now. It's a bit more like the American.
Because you get unpredictable. Unpredictableness,
yep.
Ali.
Okay, so what's a major change then for the Crows this week? What would you What would make you sit up and take notice and go, "Wow, Don just made some big changes"? What would be a big change for you?
A big change? A big change, Ali.
Yes, Ant. That's the question I asked you.
See, it's hard because
Okay, what would make a statement where you'd go, shivers? Now I believe you, Don. A lot of people didn't like Gibbs being dropped, but I understood why.
I understood why, and 27
What would be a big
possession.
one for you that where you'd sit there and go, yeah, Tails
and or Jenkins
or Tex?
Because I couldn't tell you the last time, or Taylor, yeah, because he's not.
Oh, Hardo.
Nah, but he's he has been in,
Yeah, I know.
2017 it was in.
I don't care about 2017. No.
No. I'm just saying with Hardigan's when he's played, 2017 was his most consistent year.
Yep.
But he does have that ability to be in and out of the side.
So I like your idea of chucking him forward.
I think that would be, and I even think he could go ruck.
Yeah.
What about? Why don't we look at Lynch?
So there's some changes there. I think we're not using Lynch properly.
Why don't we put him on ball?
Yeah, I'd do that. So who takes his role?
I'd do a resting mid.
Okay.
Forward.
But he runs up and down the flank a fair whack.
Yeah, but I'd just start him in the mid. I'd just
what
try
about
him.
Chase Jones?
Where, in the mid? Straight in the gut?
No, run. Run up and down the flank.
Yeah, he could do that.
Or Miller.
They praise his aerobic
Bubba
ability.
Smith.
Yeah, well, he needs... Yeah? On the wing.
I'll tell you that. Now, that's someone, if you
Centre
dropped
wing.
him, that would send a message.
It would. Because he's not performing that great. He needs a bit of a
We're
shake-up.
missing seed, aren't we? Not that that's made any difference in the games we've had, but I'm missing that flexibility with that.
There's...
But anywho. So,
Did we bring
what should we do with the... No. No, I haven't even seen him in the stats. Did he even play?
No, he was the emergency on the weekend.
Oh, okay. No. That's not... That would really frustrate me because it's like, when are we going to bring some people that we've trained and brought up? If we're only ever bringing in your Ottens and your Cam Ellis-Yeomans...
Creativity we want, Don. Creativity.
Yeah,
and simplify.
Get ball, see ball, get ball, kick ball.
Yeah, just kick it forward. Just do the Bet Goddard style and just search.
So what should we do about the 22? Realistically, we want... There has to be...
That is a hard question, honestly. That's a very good question, and it's a tricky question.
Well, they need to find out what's going on. They've locked them behind closed doors, and they've addressed the players and say, what's going on?
You know what they're doing, Ali? Circle of truth. Circle of truth. Circle of truth. That's...
From the camp. Oh my Jesus. They got the Richmond song out, didn't they? Or they just got the We Suck one out. Yeah. Give them a plug boy. Even worse. Chuck her out there.
Now, you know what
so what do we do about him? What do we do?
If it's player-led, it's fine, but if it's coaches-led, not good.
Well,
I hope they have. I hope they've had a real honest session.
I hope it's not just all the power to the players. We've seen how that's ended before. For teams and for coaches.
See,
does that make sense?
Correct. And you know what? The easy option is, Ali...
So what do we do?
We'll get rid of Don Pike. But you know what?
That's not going to change
There becomes
anything.
a time in our football club's history where we stick and back a coach in, because if coaches don't make finals 2 years... They missed finals 2 years in a row. History suggests
pitchforks out.
The axe comes out.
And that's ridiculous. Look how long Kinkley's lasted.
That's good.
Yeah. So, Anthony, long story short, what do we do about the 22 that are currently playing? We need to inject some vibrancy in there.
Vibrancy, that's my word.
So, and we'll get to the ins and outs.
We need fiveness.
We're talking about names like Greenwood, maybe even Shaw or Debundant.
Yep,
Vibrancy is Debundant or debutante. We know how it's said.
Just give us something, a shiny toy, as Ali says.
Yeah, I know, shiny toyitis, but... That just makes us happy. It doesn't actually help you win a game. And that's what we're about.
No, we're in the winning
Eddie
business, Ali.
Hopefully they're Tom. I'm watching about the 22. Make Eddie Betts have a 300th every week. I'm going to be really disappointed if we lose on Eddie Betts' 300th. I'm just putting that out there.
We won't lose.
Is there a quick fix?
No. Well...
That we could try?
A quick fix? Yeah, get everyone in a confident headspace. That's the quick fix.
That's not the quickest thing to do is to get...
No, it's not. That's right. Because at the moment, I think they're lacking confidence. They're lacking confidence in their own ability.
These are professional footballers that have psych tests, psych evaluations. They have all the support that other people don't get in a workplace. No, seriously.
You're right.
And they're not performing on the day. And if it's a mental issue, as in a psychological issue... I'm fascinated to find. I'd love to know what it is. Where is the separation? Someone's not happy with something. I don't want the tail wagging the dog again.
No, because that's what we did back in 14.
But I don't know if
we don't know that. I just gave Sano the arse and
that was pretty much it.
All right.
There a quick fix we could try? I think he dropped Gibbs. You need to actually, drop a couple of big name players and actually just go bang and get them to get some form. And don't drop their heads. Get their body language right. There you go. My first thing is get their body language
body
right.
language at the moment is awful.
That's
and
my
you know
first
what?
thing.
Get Don Pike down on the bench coaching, I reckon.
Yep. So Ant and
the reason why I say that is because Don, the fact that we don't have the runners being able to go out there all the time.
Yep.
I feel that have Don on the bench, so when the players are coming off for their interchange, Don gets some sort of feel from his players as to what they're feeling out on the ground, and then obviously Don's able to relay a message back to the player. That's what a lot of coaches are doing at the moment.
I'm finding it interesting that they're having to do that.
The best modern day coach today, Matt Clarkson, he's coaching from the bench. Fagan's coaching from the bench.
Is that
Leon Cameron's
because of the rule
coaching.
changes?
I think it is.
That's the only thing I can see it would be.
I think it is.
Okay, so we've got number one is Don. That's just Anthony snorkeling in the background there. Don on the bench to get a better feel for the game.
Yep.
And the players can't squib him then either and avoid him.
No.
And get a rocket because they're going to have to eyeball him when they come off the ground. Number two, get your body language right. I see our body language as being horrendous.
But even when they're running out, Ali.
North Melbourne's body language was horrendous in that first bit. And then, as the game turned, their body language changed. Our defenders, I can tell you now from watching at Adelaide Oval, the body language and their head dropping and they're not standing proud and tall. You need to have a bit of a strut.
They're not playing for the jump at the moment, are they?
Oh, don't say that crap. They need to get a bit of arrogance about them. They need to become arrogant.
saying it.
You can be arrogant as you like. It's not going to intimidate me. You're not kicking a goal. And three, is there a third thing we can do?
Go and just have a good...
Get together and just sort it out. Sort your
Go
shit
and
out.
have a
Can I say that?
early morning swim at the beach.
Can I say that? Go sort your shit out. Whatever's going on, because we don't know.
Circle of truth.
No, not circle of truth. Just sort your shit out. If you've got issues with someone, get it out, get it sorted, done. So that's Ant and I. 3 ways to fix the Crows. Do you like that so far?
Yeah, I like that.
And that's without making wholesale changes to the team.
I think it's being personable.
That does make no sense
Let's
in context.
make the players become personal to each other. Like,
but they always are.
Well, we don't know that.
They always look it on their Insta and everything, getting along.
Well, it's a bit sad when you've got a player who doesn't even play for us anymore and Charlie Cameron and Riley Knight sharing the same bed.
What? How are you putting that across? Be careful
on
how
Brodie
you're wording.
Smith's Instagram.
Well, what were they doing? Just sleeping?
Yeah.
They're probably passed out somewhere. Yeah. Oh, well. They're allowed to have a little sleep.
They were both in Melbourne.
Were
Both
they at the
teams
same
played
time?
in Melbourne.
So they caught up.
They caught up.
Didn't he put a video on there?
Yeah. Didn't you see that?
No, I didn't.
Ants social media update.
Oh, geez, that's what you need, a bit of social media. Anything else happening on social media?
I don't know, Ali. I haven't been on there.
Okay, where to next for the Crows? Tom, last bit. Sorry, taking 10 years to answer your question.
Jesus, mate.
Not him, it's us. Taking too long to answer the question.
Because it's hard, because I can't get a definitive... And I don't even think the coaches and the players would have a definitive...
How do we know? We're guessing.
Look at our results.
Where to now, what we do is we load up for Eddie Betts' 300.
Yep.
You've got a big home game. You've got a home crowd. There's an
Easter Sunday.
You got to be handing out free Easter eggs from
They better
Lit,
be.
Because the last time they didn't do it, and I was very disappointed.
Yes, you're right.
And then the time before they had lint Easter eggs.
And can I ask you something?
Yeah, you can.
It's about bloody time.
Yes.
It's about time this football club has an open session. I cannot tell you the last time an open session was conducted from our football club.
Okay, fine, fair enough.
I'm just...
Here, and number 4.
Well,
have an open training session for Anthony.
Can you tell me the last time you've seen an open session advertised? I haven't either, but they...
Oh yeah, they used to do that a lot.
I understand logistic purposes you're not able to have it at Footy Park anymore, but when they train and have their captains run on Adelaide Oval, why not open it up to your fans?
I don't know.
Because I haven't seen one this year.
Don't know.
You know, there's nothing wrong with fan interaction.
Well, I think it's fabulous. I think it actually lets them... Yeah, that's actually a very good question. It's a good question, Anthony. Maybe you should Twitter that through. I'll
To the powers to be.
And ask the question when that's going to happen.
Yeah, I just feel that
Problem solved.
last time,
Moving
that's
along.
probably my
That's your
bit
salt.
of salt.
Pass the salt.
No,
Okay.
someone actually said to me on social media, I said, good point.
Any sidebars? Any tonight? Or no sidebar?
No, I've got no sidebars.
No sidebars. You're just depressed.
I'm not. The razor blade's put away, Ali.
Oh, that's good because it's...
I had it out on Saturday night, though. It was just sitting there on...
I had bleach on. Shouldn't say things like that. We're only joking. No. You don't have to send an MHT around for us. But if anyone has any problems, please call Lifeline. In all seriousness, 131314, I think it is.
So.
Had to quote that a few times, like that. Found it. My next thing is here. Let's go freaky, shall we? It's time to get our freak on.
Get your freak on.
Get my freak on.
We need an intro.
Oh God, I don't want you singing. That's what I'm asking for. @ham_man01.
Yeah.
Manham.
In the house.
Round 4 review. I love some of this stuff here, Mark, so thank you for sending this through. For all you fantasy freaks out there, round 4 review. A lot of our rookies took a page out of the Crows' 2017 Grand Final book and absolutely shat the bed this last weekend.
Fair assessment.
Yeah, Jordan Clark, 33, Willem Drew, 49, Matthew Parker, 30, and Chris Burgess, 27, barely hit their break-evens and reminded us that sometimes it's worth trading them out quicker to make cash and upgrade the remaining ones. My hot tip is to hold your mid-price guys such as Brodie Smith and Zach Williams, because even in a bad game they'll still score a minimum of 50, whilst a rookie score of 30 will wreck your entire weekend. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Defender Premium Rory Laird, the desk is back. I don't know if I agree with that assessment, but maybe for fantasy football he is. He's been down for the first 3 rounds and has lost over 60k. He's a bargain pickup for those who didn't start with him. Defender rookie, Marty Hoare. #the stat whore. Fair enough. Should have been trending in his game. He took 9 marks, was involved in the switch consistently. He was a late in, but used the opportunity to remind us why he was rated so highly in the pre-season.
Yes.
Mid-premium, Tom Liberatore. There's no rust and he's permanently in the gats for the Dogs. I'm absolutely kicking myself as I started with him, but traded him out week 1 for Dom Sheed. Vomits. He's an absolute bargain at 570k and he's coming back into my team this week. Good one there, mate. Mid-rookie, Jack Ross. Crisis creates opportunity, and Jack Ross grabbed his with both hands. He outscored Brad Crouch, Treloar and Brayshaw. I worry about Cochin and Martin coming back, but he's worth the risk if he can score like that. Yes. Ruck Premium, Grundy and Gawn, keep getting it done. Nothing to see here. Move along.
Move on.
Ruck rookie, Jordan Sweet, might get a debut after Tim English got smashed, but that's it. Forward Premium, Jack Billings. Is this finally the year that Billings shows why he was such a high pick? 28, 32 and 34 touches, give him an average of just over 100. He's fought us all before, but this may be the real deal. Forward rookie, Liam Baker. Richmond had a win and Baker was a big part of it. Richmond are a shit show of injured at the moment, so he should stay in the team for a while. And thank you for that positive and classy update there, Mark. Get my freak on with your fantasy freaks. Okay, did you like that?
I did like that.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark Ham.
Yeah, thank you, Ham Man. Okay, let's have a look here. Anthony, I just want you to talk about Oppo analysis. What can you tell us about the Gold Coast Suns?
Well, Gold Coast, Ali.
Yes.
They have a lot of belief at the moment.
Yes.
In their...
Go on.
In their whole entire system, they've won... I think they've won their whole entire games by a total of 10 points. The games they've won has been a total of 10 points. Yeah, so they're good at winning the close games.
Yeah, that'd be a first for them.
For sure.
They're really good at losing close ones.
As I said in a tweet, that this really holds them in good stead for the future. Them able to closing out close games.
Well, but if Carlton kicked straight, would that have changed your opinion?
Yeah, but it's Carlton, Ali. I don't have any sympathy for the team that will always
Death Ride Carlton, # Ali's still Death Riding Carlton.
Death Ride. There's like that Sam Collins they picked up from.
Yeah, he's
He's a really good. He's a great marker of the footy.
I do
really
like
good,
him.
Really good interceptor.
Was he the one they got with the mature age pick or something?
Yes, correct.
Right.
And that Burgess they got from West Adelaide.
Mm-hmm.
Good player as well.
Oh, okay.
And they're hardened around the midfield, so it should be a good battle. And Witch is playing really well. So
he enjoyed the move up there. They gave him a bit more. It's funny.
Co-captain.
Some people get leadership responsibilities,
and they take the game to another level.
and they get an extended contract, and they go to the next level. Other get leadership responsibilities, long contracts, and fall to hell in a handbasket.
I'm
just putting that out there.
But yeah, no, the Gold Coast Suns would be good. They'll be good opposition for us, I think.
Okay, so they're not we're the only team that they've never beaten, and they will be keen to rectify that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, if I'm Stuart Dew, I'm placing that everywhere on the whiteboard.
Priming them up for it. Okay, so what do we do? What do we need to do to beat them, Ant?
What do we do to beat them?
Show up.
Well, pressure.
Properly, as in show up properly.
Pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Have some belief.
So do we go back to Ali and Ant's rules? Body language, Don on the bench, sort your shit out, and have an open training session that'll fix everything. Do you think that they're really, at the moment, I'll be very careful with my wording, at the moment, with this no open training sessions.
It's hard at Footy Park, I get that.
I know, but Adelaide Oval, different kettle of fish. Correct.
Have it on your captain's run.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, are they really just separating the public from the players?
Why?
Well, I don't know. Maybe the players... Remember how the players are getting some of the things they didn't like, the meetings before training, and they checked out, and I'm like, does it matter whether you like them or not? When you're doing your job, I don't know, maybe you and I are old school. If you're paid to do a job, that's what you do. You may not like all aspects of it. Yeah. It doesn't have to be all sunshine and lollipops 24/7.
Well, there's things in my job I don't like doing.
Exactly. So but there's aspects
you got to do
it. That's what I've got to do.
It's performance. You got to do it.
Exactly. So what things that they've taken out, are they having an impact? They may not be at all.
We don't know. That's
because if we win, and we win well, say we did that because we're going to have to win well. Just winning's not going to cut it.
No, we have to.
We're going to have to win and win well and show signs of this is what we can do. Yeah. It's what we had to have.
That's what we have to have.
That's what we had to have. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah. So ins and outs. I think for me, 32 disposals, 2 goals and 6 tackles. 1 Hugh Greenwood. Yes. Has to. Yes. If he does not come in, there is something else going on.
Well, I've heard rumours, but I don't want to repeat them.
No, don't do that.
Because it is rumour and crap, probably. Yeah. Just because he's out of contract and not playing.
People are starting to... Yeah, they did that with Brad every time. So don't even allude to that. Gibbs had 20-odd disposals, I think, and 6 tackles. Does he warrant a call-up? Couldn't do any worse than what's already in there. No. Or is it not sending the right message by just kicking him out and then bringing him back in?
I don't think it sends... If he's performed, yeah, he warrants his selection to come back into the side.
Sit in the game, think about what you did, and then we'll bring you back in.
That's like you're sitting in, being told to go to your room and think about what you've done.
But you've got your Xbox and your PlayStation there anyway, so you don't really care.
That's right. And the computer, I did.
But I don't think... But if he's got all that stuff... Now, Scholl we talked about from a defender's perspective, but whose role can he take?
Well, this is when we shuffle the side around, because I think...
That's what I want to see, Anthony.
This is where we can fit him in. I think we stick Miller. No, honestly, hang on. I've just had a light bulb moment here.
Oh God. Oh,
Miller will play.
It won't.
He will.
You'd like him to.
I'd like him to.
That's better.
Miller should play midfield forward because I like him when he goes forward. I do because he kicks the ball really well.
Yep.
So therefore, that releases that spot up for Scholl.
Yes. Yeah. Gotcha.
You see?
What about otherwise moving Brodie Smith and putting Scholl in his spot?
Because we need run. We need dare out of the back line.
Do you know who's doing the kickouts for us?
Got no idea. In the sample.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
Nah.
Are we missing Brown? I think we're missing Brown too.
Oh God, yes.
He's so underrated. He's just like...
We're missing Brown and we're missing Dudes. 2 of our best defenders. That's huge.
It is.
But we're not missing any forwards.
No.
I'm just giving Ant the stare.
The stink eye.
So do you see what I mean? You can justify performance one end because of lack of players, but it's the talls that are getting smashed.
Oh, it's...
Not the smalls as much. Jake Kelly is coming in and out. Miller is getting hold of it.
Because it's that fast break that's putting us off, I reckon.
But we used to do that. I don't know.
No,
Anyway,
the fast break from the opposition is hurting us for that 6-6 and 6 rule because we're not strong in the centre bounce at the moment.
We need to go recruit an explosive midfielder.
Someone with pace.
That's
Go and
the
get
word, explosive.
Go and get Zach Jones.
Where's he from?
Sydney.
Oh, that's the one that was sad that time when we beat him. Yep. Has he got a bit of toe?
Oh, I think he does have a bit of toe.
Okay, well, we'll just do some recruitment while we're here. The Haggis Quadrant, do we even look at that? Competitiveness, flexibility, speed, and personal character.
That's null and void at the moment, Ali.
We'll come back and revisit that. Okay, should we get on to the tips?
I think we get on to the tips. We
up.
went tips up, Ali. We both got 4 this week, so that makes me a little bit smiley.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
Yes, it does.
It should go to... So next week I should be back leading, is that what you're saying?
Actually, I'm not even... Are you keeping... Who's winning?
Yeah, me. How about 2?
I think I'm winning by 3, actually.
Not. Okay, quick, ready for your tips?
I'm ready.
Okay, Brisbane Lions versus Collingwood Magpies at the Gabba.
Lions.
Are the Lions playing as well as you think they are?
Yes, I like the Lions.
No, I'm going to go the Pies.
Pies?
Just to annoy you, really.
Can't the Pies?
Oh, this one will actually be more interesting now. Kangaroos versus Bombers at Marvellous Stadium.
Bombers.
Who did they just beat? Bombers?
Brisbane.
Okay, I'll back the Bombers in then.
You going Dons?
Yeah, because North Melbourne annoyed me, really. I don't think they played that well. We were just that bad. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Oh, Wet Toast versus the Pair at Optus Stadium. Surely West Coast are going to get their...
West Coast, Ali?
West Coast, Anthony. Now, down at Manuka Oval or Manuka Oval, Giants versus Freo. I think that's going to...
Giants.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen.
Giants are going to win the flag.
God, here we go.
Now, you had a big call about the Giants.
Yeah.
What was it?
It's only been 4 rounds. I said they'll be up in the... No, you're thinking the women's team and the men's. You said it.
No.
Oh, Anthony's looking through paper. Let's move right along. Giants versus Dockers. We both picked the Giants.
Yes.
The next game on Saturday afternoon at 4:05 at the MSCG, men kick a goal. Demons versus Saints.
Melbourne.
Yeah, I agree there. Next one will be interesting. A marvellous stadium, marvellous effort. That the Tigers versus the Swans.
At Metricon.
Marvellous Stadium. That's a bit tougher, isn't it?
Just bear with us,
Richmond,
guys. I'll just put the whole music on.
I actually don't know. We'll come back to that one because that's the thinker. That's a noodle scratcher.
Yeah.
Western Bulldogs versus Carlton
Bulldogs.
at Marvellous Stadium. I'm going to go Bulldogs because I want Carlton to lose. Then we got the Crows versus Gold Coast Suns.
Suns.
I'm going Crows.
Crows for mine. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going Crows. Okay, Tigers versus Swans. Let's have a look. Let's just go with the odds here. What are the odds saying? Nothing. Swans won 1. Richmond won last week. Richmond are odds on for this one, even though they're absolutely smacked. Granada there, Will Hayward. They've got a few out though. Which one are you picking? Quick. Richmond versus Swans. I think, can Richmond do it 2 weeks in a row? That's the question you've got to ask yourself.
I'm not sure, Ali. This is really hard. I'm going to Tigers.
Yeah. Oh.
You Tigers? Swans played well at the Marvel.
Yeah, they won. Isn't that where they won the other game? Wasn't that the game they won?
I've put you down as Tigers.
Yeah, put me down as Tigers. I think Swans could get over the line though. That'd be one of those ones you go to, just put Swans in the background. Not that you get a point for it, but it just means that's what's going down.
Down.
Down. Game of Thrones reference. No, it wasn't, but Anthony doesn't know. He's salty.
I couldn't give a rat's toss, Alex.
I don't really care, but everyone else around the world does, and that's the important thing. Do you reckon that's about it? We've bitched and moaned enough today to get us
we've
through.
had a real salty bitch moan.
I think so. Well, we've worked on some constructive criticism.
No, it's been fair and reasonable.
Well, according to us, and that's the main thing.
That's right. Toot friggin' toot on hashtag TwoCrowsS3Ep Yelly. Salt. I need to stop eating salt because my electrolytes are just
I think that's about it.
out of balance.
Okay, so that's it. We've done the free shop. We've done the tips. We've done everything
Done
else.
everything.
Okay.
Should we
hopefully
recap
get
our tips?
Up. No. I think people listen to them. They don't need to know
We've gone all the same except for
the first game.
The first game.
Geez, that was a good recap, Ant.
Oh, it made it easy.
Yeah. Okay, so fingers crossed. I'm happy Easter to everybody. If we haven't get to speak to you, hopefully we get some lint eggs out there, Crowies. Just putting that out there.
Hopefully they have an open session on the captain's run, and
that'd be good.
They'll have the Easter bunny there, and
that'd be even better.
They'll give us some Cadbury eggs.
No,
yummy.
Lint. I want lint. I'm moving up in the world. I want some lint.
You want
eggs.
some lint from the Crowies?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
We had lint one year. It was
Did we?
spectacular. Yeah, little eggs.
I thought we had Cadbury.
Yeah, that was when they were being tighter. I want lint. That's why
I don't mind the Cadbury egg.
I don't care. Anyway, enough about that. Have a fantastic either. Have a safe one if you're driving or travelling. Please be safe on the roads.
Gamble responsibly if you're gambling.
Gamble responsibly. Rest of the 2 hours.
Hydrate. If you've got a...
revive to survive.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Just take it easy, no rushing.
If you're eating while you're driving, then who's really driving the car?
That's right. No watching the footy scores and driving off the road.
No, especially not.
Particularly on Sunday.
Watch out for kangaroos. They're suicidal at the moment in the drought. Just be careful for them all. Anyway, it's good night from me.
And it's a good night from her.
Happy Easter, Anthony.
TwoCrowsS3Ep.
Listen.
Follow.
Like. Listen. Share. Retweet.
Retweet it out. Get around us.
Yep. Spotify.
Thanks, listeners.
YouTube.
Cheers.
Twitter. Facebook.
iTunes.
You name it. Podbean.
Podcast.
We're out there.
We're everywhere,
See you,
guys.
mate. Bye.
Bye.
That's my kind of spicy. Oh!
Brought to you by Two Crows.